The same thing was true with almost every one of the people we worked with at some level. And in Joaquin's example, it was also true.
That makes me tougher. That makes me harder, mentally and physically. It gives me much more than I give it. I want to struggle.
Things don't go your way. That promotion at work you don't get. You don't make the team. That person you asked out said no. Your business is struggling. The bills are piling up. We all go through dark times.
You're going to do whatever it takes to make the sacrifices necessary to man their best. There are too many people in your life who have left you. There are too many people in your life who have counted you out. There are too many people in your life who have whispered in your ear and said you'll be worse off without them. Proven wrong, son, you're just a dreamer. The thing you're dreaming is never going to happen.
Joaquin said, well, I can't ever have this quality of life again because I'm not a professional basketball player. And he was locked into that mindset, and all of us get locked at times. But to his credit, to a system of steps, we were able to break him out of that. We were get him to see that he isn't helpless. Because here's your choice. Watch this now. If you're suffering, if you're in pain, your life doesn't match how you think it should be, and you think you're helpless to change it, now you have only three choices. Choice one, blame something. And that's what Joaquin did, if you recall. He blamed his coach. He blamed what happened to him. And of course, these things were outside his control. But he blamed his coach. And a big part of the healing, if you watch this session, was bringing his coach in and getting him to see, hey, you know what? All that anger, all that resentment inside of you, Joaquin.
I want to grind and claw and scratch, and I want to dig in and I want to push. And I don't want it to end. If I ever got the rock to the top of the mountain and it stayed there, I'd push it back down myself. I don't want to rest, and I don't want to coast. And I want to reach a point in my life where I say, that's it. I've done enough. I'm not going to give anymore. I'm not going to push anymore. No. That relentless cycle of day-to-day challenges.
A, it's not based on the truth. And B, like Nelson Mandela said, having resentment in your soul is like drinking poison and hoping that your enemy will die. It doesn't work that way. And when Joaquin was able to break out, his breakthrough was a change in perception, to realize this coach wasn't stopping me. I just felt like I lost everything, and so I don't know how to change it. So I'm looking for something to be mad about, someone to blame, so I don't have to blame myself, or I don't have to feel so helpless. Because when you're angry, you don't feel so helpless. You feel strong for the moment, even though it's a fake strength. When he was able to make that breakthrough, he could stop blaming. Because these are your three choices. When life doesn't match how you think it should be, blame something. An event, someone else, or yourself. As we talked about earlier in the series, blame games just destroy you. There's no progress when you blame. For the moment, you feel okay, but nothing changes. What are your real choices? You only have two choices in life. If life doesn't match your blueprint, you either have to change your life.
They aren't maddening to me. They don't frustrate me. They inspire me. Inspire me to drive and push more and to push harder. That's what that rock does to me. So I say, dig in and get to pushing.
Because we are talking about war, there's still tragedy and loss and darkness there, and that's okay. And to you vets out there, if you're having one of those dark days, it's okay.
I would ask myself every single day, are you just a dreamer, or are you a person who can grind until they execute? Somebody who can make that dream a reality is that you get clear on what you want in life. And you do that by starting with the way you want to feel, how you want to feel. Every single day when you get up, every day that I get up, I want to be on fire. I want to do the things that I'm passionate about. I want to write. I want to speak.
And I always felt like I was a little too late to that. Like it required some major pain point, because I'd gotten so close to, like, I loved at one point in the early days, I had this huge fantasy about how we were really going to be able to transform things in inner cities, and that was going to be just a big part of what we did. And then as you get more into knowledge work, it gets tough.
How did you make the margins work? Because I know that food is a pain in the rear to bring everything in and then get those margins to work. You said that you were able to do it profitably from day one. So
not from day one, but we like month 6, I think, is about where we were profitable. The thing that we did was we made a really critical decision early on to sell online only. And the stores were coming to us and saying, hey, you know, you should be selling with us. And we just kept saying, no, 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 because their contracts are so predatory. So when people think, oh my God, I'm going to get into, you know, Kroger or Ralph's or whatever, and H-E-B, we're in Texas.
My advice to you is to focus on finding the light.
You're nervous, you're scared, you're worried, and you don't know what's going to happen. It may seem like things aren't going to get better. It may seem like all of the days, the weeks, the months are all merging into one, and it seems like you can't make a difference between one day and the next. It may seem like these things are not going to get better, like the world will be forever changed, like things won't be different. It may seem like we're losing so much, and part of that may be true, but we are also gaining. We're gaining perspective.
I'm going to get into H-E-B and like all my problems are going to be solved. What they don't realize is H-E-B knows that. Like they know that they're the kingmaker and they're going to act in accordance with that. And so a lot of little brands find themselves making a decision to get in the game at the expense of winning the game. So, and this goes back to understand what year we're in, right? It's 2016, almost 2017. It's like social. You can build, you're not going to build hey, here's a limiting belief. This is how the Matrix gets you. I was going to say you're not going to build $1 billion brand online, but you could, right? So in this kind of business, you're always trying to get onto shelf, but we were willing to be patient for a while till we had some clout so that we could push back and say, we're not willing to agree to those terms. And then we had built so much momentum online that when they wanted us, we got on shelf, didn't pay slotting fees, and then they wanted us to do promotions and we refused. So we were a premium brand, we were already more expensive, we didn't do discounting, and we had a contract that was actually reasonable.
I want to create, I want to get in front of people and change lives. This is what I want to do every single day of my life. I wanted somebody to look at me and say, I believe in you, but that's the way it's always been in my life. See, when you dream big, it's like you speak a different language the common man, the average person will not understand. A person who is dreaming on the next level. I know I'm talking to somebody out there right now who can relate to what I'm saying.
We're gaining appreciation. We're gaining understanding. We're gaining hope. We're gaining connection, even if it is just through a screen. We're gaining trust. We are gaining support. We are gaining presence with the people in our lives and people that we don't even know. We're gaining love for people that we've never met, and we're gaining community with people that we have not and maybe will not ever meet. Through the stress, through the anxiety, through the worry, through the frustration, through the anger, through the fear, we will become stronger. We will become better. We will become this altered version of ourselves that has a deeper understanding for what's possible, that has a deeper appreciation for the people in their lives. We will become more connected. We will have a deeper appreciation for life than we have ever had before. Even if things get worse, we are stronger than anything that can happen to us. We are bigger than any circumstances and any challenges that are put in our way.
You got dreams, you got ambitions. That 9-to-5 job is just not enough for you. You got this grand goal of conquering the world, but no one around you believes you. Listen to me, champion. Don't get discouraged by that. You see the common man, the average person, they can only see with their eyes. But the greats, the legends, the difference makers, the ones that have rocked and shake this globe, they sung with their minds.